Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to dive into two really powerful Psalms, Psalm 39 and Psalm 40. They might seem a little different at first, but when you look closely, you'll see they paint a beautiful picture of a journey we all go through in our faith. It is a journey from wrestling with our own thoughts and frustrations to finding solid ground and a new song to sing. Let's start with Psalm 39. Have you ever been in a situation where you just wanted to keep your mouth shut? You know you're frustrated, maybe even a little angry with God, and you think, if I open my mouth, I'm just going to say something I regret. That's exactly where David is. He starts by saying, I will watch my ways and keep my tongue from sin. I will put a muzzle on my mouth. He's determined not to complain, especially in front of people who might not understand. But what happens when you bottle things up? It just builds, right? David says his anguish grew, and his heart grew hot within him. It's like a pressure cooker. Eventually, he can't hold it in anymore. He has to speak to God, and what he says is so relatable. He asks God to show him the brevity of his life. He says, show me, Lord, my life's end and the number of my days. Let me know how fleeting my life is. He's having a moment of deep existential reflection. He sees that all the hustle, all the wealth, all the worries of this world are ultimately like a fleeting breath. He calls human life a mere phantom. It's a pretty somber thought, isn't it? He realizes that all his striving is for nothing if God isn't in the picture. And this is the turning point of the psalm. After all this wrestling, he lands on this crucial question. But now, Lord, what do I look for? And the answer he gives himself is simple and profound. My hope is in you. He asks for deliverance and forgiveness, acknowledging his own silence and accepting God's discipline. He ends the psalm by asking God to look away from him, to give him a moment of relief before he's gone. It's raw, it's honest, and it shows a person grappling with the big questions of life, pain, and purpose. And that's where Psalm 40 comes in, and it's like the sun breaking through the clouds after a storm. The tone shifts completely. It starts with, I waited patiently for the Lord. He turned to me and heard my cry. Remember the struggle in Psalm 39? Here is the answer. The waiting wasn't in vain. God listened. And look what God does. He lifted me out of the slimy pit, out of the mud and mire. He set my feet on a rock and gave me a firm place to stand. This imagery is so powerful. From the instability and despair of the slimy pit, he's now on solid, unshakable ground. That rock is a new foundation, a new security found only in God. But it doesn't stop there. God doesn't just save him. He gives him a new identity. He put a new song in my mouth, a hymn of praise to our God. This isn't just about feeling better. It's about a total transformation. His experience of being saved becomes a testimony. He says, many will see and fear the Lord and put their trust in him. His personal story of rescue now has a public purpose, to point others to God. David then reflects on the joy and blessing of trusting the Lord. He says that doing God's will is his delight. It's not about just going through the motions of religious sacrifice anymore. It's about a deep internal desire to align his life with God's heart. This is the new song, a life lived in joyful obedience and trust. Of course, the journey isn't over. Life is still life. Towards the end of Psalm 40, David acknowledges that troubles still surround him. He's not suddenly living in a perfect, problem-free world. He says, troubles without number surround me. But the difference is his perspective. He's not in the pit anymore. He knows who to call on. His prayer is confident. You are my help and my deliverer. You are my God, do not delay. So when we put these two psalms together, we see a beautiful arc. We go from the silent, internal struggle of Psalm 39, where hope is just a fragile spark, to the confident, public praise of Psalm 40, where that hope has become a solid rock and a new song. It reminds us that it's okay to wrestle, it's okay to be honest with God about our pain and confusion. But it also gives us the incredible promise that if we wait patiently for him, he will hear our cry. He will lift us out of our own pits, set our feet on a rock, and give us a new song to sing. It's a journey from personal pain to public praise, and it's a journey he invites each of us on. Thank you so much for joining me today to explore these incredible Psalms. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments. I love hearing your thoughts. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. See you in the next video.